Day 4 of Season 3 of Going to Ground. Welcome back, friends. Avid viewers will remember our 2 new chickens introduced during Season 2, purchased for the price of a dozen eggs each. They have, I can assure you, more than paid their way. 2 eggs a day, at least, actually, sometimes 3, for the last couple of months. Our protein levels have shot up. We've found remarkable new egg-based recipes. They're just pecking around for some old bits of carrot peeling there. Hello, girls. They've very much become part of the family and are surprisingly friendly, actually. They run over to meet you, and when you need to pick them up, or when you approach them to pick them up, they sort of crouch down, ready. There is the remains, or there are the remains of the last bit of snow. That's the igloo that we made for the chickens with the snowfall on Sunday. Just coming into our hut where I'm going to subject you to, or treat you to, depending on your opinion, one of my written pieces for today's Going to Ground. I've been writing a book in the last year, bit by bit, and each Friday writing a short piece on, usually based on some of the walks that I've done in the early mornings that week. And I thought I'd read to you while we're still time. We're still just about in the season of Epiphany in the church's year, and I thought I'd read to you an epiphanal piece about a walk up near Tidcombe, which is a few miles from here, and a beautiful deep bit of countryside. This piece is called Their Country by Another Road. Silver morning, sliding lane. Brittle panes of ice glaze every puddle, larger ones wheezing with my foot's irresistible step. Cracks snap out like lightning in little branches. Our land is frost-smitten, and all things formerly unstuck now have a new bond, stiffly cemented as one. Epiphany has arrived, whose purpose is to admit the unexpected, charlatan guests, alternate routes, tyranny thwarted by the year's pulsing infant light. I'm up on Chute Causeway, taking my daily allotment of liberty, past the collapsed Long Barrow at Tidcombe, plundered for its treasures in the 18th century, and away to the county border with Hampshire. This is deep gamekeeper countryside, but the road is an old and important one, part of the Roman way from Winchester to Cunitio, a major settlement now buried under a bland field near Marlborough. Roman roads are a vital component in Christian history, the means by which apostles and their epistles could move safely and swiftly around the ancient world. Ours was principally a metropolitan religion, striding from city to city, such that when the empire adopted Christianity, ushering churches, erstwhile poachers, onto their estate, those who maintained the old practices came to be known as pagani, rustic villagers, off-roaders. This stretch of their old straight track has some striking signs of an origin around that time. Burnt ash or powder was found in quantities beneath the upper layers of the road, indicating, it is thought, the residues of fires lit on the flint foundation to make beacons that would smoke sign the path when laying out the road ahead. Visible beside the blacktop this morning are deep green trenches, which are possibly quarry pits dug for its construction when the legions were still stationed here in Britannia Superior, as southern England was known. But Chute Causeway is a bit different. One of the only lengths of Roman road that veers off course for 4 miles in a great sweeping bend. It does so to avoid a deep coombe that presumably proved too great an obstacle to navigate. The view this morning is murkily beautiful and bitingly cold. The right kind of mood for a tale told about this section of the causeway concerning the former rector of Vernham Dean, a small parish not far ahead. During the reign of Charles II, at the height of the plague, the priest persuaded villagers to isolate themselves away from their homes in an encampment at the top of the hill, assuring them he would regularly supply provisions and then bring them himself. But fearing contagion, the story goes that he refused to deliver the gifts, leaving his people to perish. Dying of the disease himself soon after, assumed to be a kind of grim justice, in that odd way we attribute partiality to infection which was ever even-handed. He is thought to haunt the road yet, determinedly trying to bring the relief he failed to in life, walking towards his terrors. Whatever happened, and something of the kind probably did, we mutter a prayer for the poor fellow and hope he hears. Fearful slips are easily made in such uncanny months, calling on every camel reserve as we swerve uncertainly home. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. God bless you as you go to ground.